Tonight on Quest. Although California's Central Valley boasts some of the richest farmland in the world, much of the state is a virtual desert. And as California's population marches toward the 40 million mark, the struggle over one of its most valuable resources continues to intensify. Join Quest as we take a special half-hour look at California's water. Where does it come from? Where does it go? And how will they make sure that everyone gets a fair share? In 1865, newspaperman Horace Greeley popularized a phrase that would capture the American imagination when he wrote, "Go west, young man." And the people did. But California today, the westernmost terminus of America's great expansion, is no longer a frontier. The world's 8th largest economy, California is a global powerhouse, supplying the world with everything from airplanes to almonds. And California's ascendancy to this peak of productivity has come at a cost. Barely 500,000 people lived in California in 1865, and most were farmers. In those days, there were plenty of resources to go around. As the state's population approaches 40 million, the growing strain on California's natural bounty is palpable, and one of the most burdened resources is water. Over the last century, the state has made Herculean efforts to keep the water flowing to where it's needed. But as demand outstrips supply, who or what will pay the price? It's a question that's particularly important to farmers of California's fertile Central Valley.
My name is Chris Hurd. I'm a second-generation farmer. We're here just outside of Firebaugh, California. We are on the west side of San Joaquin Valley, which is 50 miles west of Fresno and about 50 miles east of Monterey. And we're farming almonds and pistachios and cannery tomatoes. I've been on this land, this is my 26th year farming here.
In 1954, Chris Hurd's father-in-law, Ken Grossamer, started farming this 1,500-acre parcel in the Central Valley, one of the most productive agricultural regions in the United States.
This location has some of the most fertile Class 1 soils in the world, a very desirable Mediterranean-style climate, which is very conducive for the crops that are being grown out here.
But the lifeblood of any farm operation is water. And every year, since it was first developed for irrigated agriculture more than 100 years ago, the Central Valley has been thirsting for more and more of this precious and increasingly tenuous resource. So when Chris passes his family's land onto his son, he'll also be passing down a growing struggle for their farm's very survival.
Because of lack of water, this is one of the fields that would normally be planted in tomatoes, but it will not be planted this year. We'll see what happens the following years to come.
So how did farmers like the Hurds end up in this situation? The history of water distribution in California is a long one. Starting in the 1920s and 30s, when much of the state's water supply was first developed and parceled out between farms and cities, rural districts began signing long-term contracts with the federal and state governments that promised annual quotas of water. But with steady population growth and modern environmental laws to protect fish and rivers, today's farmers rarely receive their allotted amounts.
Even when the reservoirs are full, we will not receive more than 40 to 50% of our allocation in any year.
This means that the Hurds must grow fewer crops. And since their land has no underground aquifers to supplement the allocated water they buy, they must irrigate their crops as efficiently as possible and purchase water from outside sources, which comes at a much greater expense.
I know that it puts a lot of stress on both my grandfather and my father. It is a huge concern, and it is probably the biggest concern that all growers on the west side face.
The epicenter of the conflict is the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. It provides drinking water to nearly 2/3 of California residents. It also irrigates more than 4 million acres of farmland. But the delta serves another very important function. It provides habitat for hundreds of species of fish and wildlife, from egrets to river otters to king salmon. Now, biologists and environmental groups cite growing evidence that the massive water diversions are slowly ruining the delta's health.
We pump so much water from the delta that we're degrading our own drinking water quality. We're endangering farmers in the delta who irrigate with delta water. We're putting salmon fishermen on the north coast out of work. People depend on that delta, and the delta smelt is just the focal point of the debate about whether we're going to protect the delta or let the whole thing go.
In August 2007, a United States federal judge agreed with a suit filed by Nelson's group to slow the pumping. The judge ruled that roughly 1/3 less fresh water should be pumped from the delta in order to protect the delta smelt, a tiny endangered fish that many biologists say is a canary in the coal mine. The ruling sent shockwaves across California's farming community. Farmers like Kevin Hurd say the ruling is short-sighted.
The delta is a concern to me. I think that people need to be careful though on what they're doing, because if they want the water to go to the fish, that's fine. One of these days you're gonna end up paying $70 for a pound of almonds and $50 for a head of lettuce.
Peter Glick is an internationally recognized water expert and co-founder of the Pacific Institute, an Oakland, California think tank that studies issues like global warming and water shortages.
California water policy in the past has focused on human uses of water. All too often we've ignored the ecosystems in our decisions about building dams and taking water out of the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta and our other rivers. And we're now beginning to pay the consequences of that. We have to figure out how to have a healthy environment and have a healthy economy, agricultural economy and urban economy, that all relies on the same water system that's available to us.
But before you can figure out how to manage California's water, you have to understand where it comes from and where it goes. Lush as it may appear, California is mostly a dry state. Huge sections of the Golden State receive only about 15 inches of rain in an average year. That's about the same as Morocco. And much more of California would look like the desert without some heavy-duty plumbing. A massive system of dams, pipes and canals moves needed water to thirsty parts of the state. It all starts with winter storms rolling in from the Pacific Ocean, dropping rain and snow in the Sierra Nevada. When the snow melts each spring, the water runs down mountains into streams, which trickle and then roar through rivers to the Central Valley. Here, they flow into California's two main rivers, the Sacramento in the north and the San Joaquin in the south. Those rivers meet in the Delta, a vast network of marshes and sloughs south of California's state capital, Sacramento. The water finally flows into San Francisco Bay and out the Golden Gate. California's water challenge is simple. 2/3 of the rain and snow falls in the north, but 2/3 of the people live in the south. In order to quench their thirst and irrigate millions of acres of farmland, California needed to move the water. Starting in the 1930s, the federal government built the Central Valley Project. It takes water from Shasta County and other parts of Northern California and moves it through the Sacramento River into the Delta to giant pumps at Tracy that push the water as far south as Bakersfield. Most of this water goes to farms. The State Water Project, started in the 1960s, originates at Lake Oroville in Butte County. Its water also moves through the Sacramento River, but is then pumped to a different set of canals and aqueducts, which mainly deliver it to thirsty cities from San Jose to Los Angeles. Los Angeles also imports billions of gallons of water from the Owens Valley, using an aqueduct that runs through the desert. Southern California also draws water from the Colorado River. In the north, San Francisco is also a major water mover, pumping water from the Hetch Hetchy Reservoir in Yosemite National Park. This whole system of conveyance and storage at first can be difficult to understand. But California's economy, its population growth, and the health of its fish and wildlife are intricately tied together in it. And in the end, every acre-foot counts. An acre-foot is the amount of water it takes to cover 1 acre of land a foot deep. Every year on average, all of the farms, homes and businesses in California use about 43 million acre-feet of water. Of that total, agriculture uses the majority, about 80%.
We still grow a lot of crops in California that are very water intensive and relatively low value to farmers. We grow a lot of alfalfa and rice and cotton in irrigated pasture, and those 4 crops use perhaps 50% of all of the agricultural water in California, and they produce 10 or 15% of the agricultural income. I'm not saying don't grow cotton and alfalfa, but if we grew less of it or grew it more efficiently, it could free up an enormous amount of water for farmers to use to grow vegetables, fruit crops, nut crops, things that produce much more income with much less water.
Central Valley agriculture was built on row crops like tomatoes, cotton, beans and lettuce. But today, an increasing number of farmers are switching to higher value crops like almonds, pistachios and grapes. It's not that they require less water than row crops, but they can be irrigated more efficiently, and farmers like the Herds can get a greater return on their investment.
Our farm is probably as efficient as anyone farming this day and age on the west side can be. We're irrigating, all our water is running through drip systems which are running at 90% efficiency versus the old row crops of running water through sprinklers or down the furrow was only 40 to 50% efficient.
Herd tries to make the most of the delta water he buys from the US federal government's Central Valley project. For example, he's lined the canals that feed his orchards with plastic to prevent wasteful runoff.
Most Central Valley project farmers feel that we have given our pound of flesh through these different decisions. We have taken one for the team plus a little bit more. We have spent the money to change our cropping. We've spent the money for our efficient systems. We are operating as world-class farmers, and yet the decisions are for even additional cutbacks. Janet, would you please take the first segment, status of water supplies and allocations?
There is quite a bit of talk that there's going to be rationing come the end of May, beginning of June, due to the smelt and the 2 acre-foot drawdown for the San Luis Reservoir.
So how will it be possible for California to provide enough water for its thirsty farms and growing cities while protecting the environment? These farmers and many business leaders want the state to build more dams and canals, including the Peripheral Canal, a controversial proposal that would move water more easily to farmers and cities by routing it around the delta's eastern edges.
Statewide, we still only capture 30% of the watershed. Is it time for more storage? Maybe. Is it time to fix the delta through alternate conveyance or additional issues being discussed? Yes, it is.
But environmentalists say such projects will irreparably damage the state's last remaining freshwater sources, not to mention cost taxpayers billions of dollars. And they maintain that further conservation measures are a better alternative. Ultimately, it will be up to California's voters to decide.
The history of the American West is the history of the Wild West written on our rivers. We've built massive numbers of dams and thousands of miles of canals to feed the needs of a growing civilization. But the aquatic frontier is closing. And that means we can't simply look out and build another dam and another canal to meet our needs because we've captured so much of the water, there's little left. And there's much more to be gained through efficiency than going out and looking for another river to dam in California. There isn't another river to dam.
There's the buds are coming out. Yeah. The evolution of starting to farm here with my father-in-law 25 years ago and now having my son Kevin back farming with me is very wonderful, fulfilling feeling. Yet, am I apprehensive for him to stay and farm On the west side, sure I am. Do I think that it's worth the fight? Yes, I do. There are still great opportunities here, but with many more obstacles than anyone ever envisioned in the past.
But obstacles and opportunities in the state's water saga aren't just found in rural areas. They're a growing part of city life as well. For Hossein Ashtrobe from the Santa Clara County Water District, the road to solving California's water problems starts at his San Jose, California home.
The best and most cost-effective way to supply water is to conserve water.
And conservation doesn't have to mean suffering.
Improving efficiency is doing what we want with less water. It's taking a shower as long as we would otherwise take it, but with a low-flow shower head. It's washing our clothes as often as we want, but with a front-loading washing machine that uses much less water.
And if you're looking for big savings, there's an even better place. Your garden. Typically, half of the water in most California homes is used on landscaping.
What I'm going to show you today is typical landscaping that we encourage the people to have. When I got this house, it was not low water use plants, mostly grass in the front.
Ashtrobe removed the grass from his front yard. He did leave one strip in the back for his children to play on. Then he chose plants that need little water.
Some people, they think that when you're talking about low water use plants, we're talking about cactus, which is not true.
Instead, Ashtrobe put in plants like rosemary, lavender and penstemons.
Penstemons come in different type of colors, and once they establish, you don't need to do anything with them. You just do a little bit trimming every year. Most of the summer and even the fall, you're going to have a lot of flowers here.
He covered the soil with mulch to keep the moisture in and prevent weeds. And like the farmers we met earlier, Ashtrobe also put in drip irrigation.
Roses, they don't need that much water.
The changes in Ashtrobe's garden cut his family's water consumption by 25%, and the changes inside his house cut another 20%. Now let's take a break to see how much you know about water consumption. Today on the Quest quiz, we're going to talk about water. We all know that it is essential for life, but did you know water is the only substance on Earth that naturally exists as a solid, liquid and gas? More importantly, did you know that the US alone uses 346 million gallons of water each and every day? The average American uses up to 150 gallons per day, most of which is used in flushing the toilet. How much do we actually need to survive? About 4 to 5 gallons a day. Okay, here is the quiz part. Let's get back to toilets. How many gallons a day can you lose by not fixing that leaking toilet? 25 gallons, 60 gallons, or 120 gallons? Now let's head into the kitchen. Guess how many gallons it took to get that single egg to you? 6 gallons, 21 gallons, or 63 gallons? How many gallons of water did it take to get that juicy steak on your plate? 125 gallons, 326 gallons, or 1,232 gallons? Well, that's it. Oh, and just so you know, the water you're supposed to drink every day, it doesn't have to come in liquid form. You can get up to 20% of your water from food. Incremental changes, like the kind Hossein Ashtrobe made to his house and garden, are key if the Santa Clara Valley Water District is to reach its ambitious goal of conserving 100,000 acre-feet per year by the year 2030. To put that in perspective, that's 1/4 of the total amount of water the district currently provides. Along with conservation, another way to reduce the district's need for potable water is to use recycled water, also known as reclaimed water, for things such as irrigation, landscaping, and industry.
Okay, so this is the headworks. And we're going to get out here, and this is the raw sewage that comes into the plant. And if you don't want to get out here, you don't have to. because it is kind of smelly out there. This is actually the raw sewage coming in. Anybody wants to, you can get up and take a look at it. So the raw
This
sewage
tour
comes in,
probably
goes
isn't
by
in
the
any
stream,
guidebook.
and then it goes off.
This group is spending the afternoon at the city of San Jose's sewage treatment plant, home of the largest water recycling program in the San Francisco Bay Area. The plant is virtually unrecognizable from its humble beginnings in 1956. Back then, treatment consisted of simply allowing solids to settle in the tanks. That only removed about half of the solids. Today, this is only the first of 3 steps. The second step happens in huge tanks that take up most of the plant's 170 acres.
This is where we allow the natural organisms that are in the wastewater to consume the pollutants in the wastewater. The main thing they need is air. So this plant is all about pumping air into the water so that these microorganisms can do their job, consume the organics.
The third step is to filter the water through layers of river rock, sand and coal at the bottom of these maze-like tanks. 90% of the treated wastewater ends up here in the South Bay, and the remaining 10% start a journey down the 110-mile purple pipe network to become recycled water.
Purple pipe is a universal color for pipes that contain water that is recycled. And so whenever you see a purple pipe, you know that doesn't contain water that comes from the Sierras. That contains water that was used, treated, and is being distributed back out into the community.
The biggest buyer of the plant's recycled water is Calpine, an energy company that uses it to cool the towers at its San Jose power plants. The purple pipes also reach fields, parks, and golf courses throughout Silicon Valley. But what if this recycled water could be cleaned to the point where you could drink it? Well, actually, it can be, through a technology called reverse osmosis, or RO for short.
Reverse osmosis is really essentially a very fine filter that allows the water molecules, which are very small, to pass through, but any other particles that are in the water get captured on the filter.
Reverse osmosis filters are made from a very thin, non-porous synthetic membrane. Water is forced through the rolled-up membranes and collected at the center of the device. Left behind are viruses, bacteria, and even hormones that have seeped into our water supply. But being able to produce water that meets all the state's health standards isn't enough. It took Orange County, California's water district 13 years to complete its advanced water treatment plant, which opened in February of 2008, and a lot of that time was spent helping residents overcome the yuck factor.
Well, you know, when you first hear the concept about everything that we're going to flush out of our homes, we're going to clean it, and then you're going to be drinking it 3 years later, it's a little eerie, to tell you the truth, but it's cleaner, it's better, it makes us self-sufficient.
In Orange County, California, the clean water doesn't flow directly to the tap. Instead, it's pumped into percolation ponds, where it seeps into the groundwater. This groundwater recharge provides an extra layer of filtration and helps squeamish residents who might prefer to think their water comes from a natural source. In the San Francisco Bay Area, the city of San Jose will add reverse osmosis to its water pollution control plant by the fall of 2012. At first, the plant will only produce water for industries that need cleaner water than the plant now offers.
The Mayor and City Council of San Jose have adopted a very rigorous goal, which is to quadruple the use of recycled water in 15 years. As we look out into the future, we see the need not only to expand the purple pipes, but to really look at the possibility of recharging the recycled water into the groundwater. And it's a much less expensive way to dramatically increase the amount of recycled water that we're using.
Still, recycled water is expensive. The water district pays $50 to $200 per acre-foot to collect the rainwater that makes up half of its drinking water supply. And it pays an average of $400 per acre-foot to buy Delta water. But the recycled water it now pumps through the purple pipes costs $500 to $800 to produce. And this cost will only climb as the district produces even cleaner recycled water. Another option, desalination, can be even more expensive because of the energy needed to separate salt from water. Nevertheless, water-thirsty Santa Cruz in Northern California is testing the process, and other Northern California counties such as Marin, San Jose, Contra Costa, and San Francisco are studying it as a future possibility. But one thing is clear: there will be no single solution to California's growing water struggles. Balancing competing demands from farmers, a growing urban population, and fish and wildlife will only become more difficult in the years ahead, particularly during droughts. So what kind of a state will California be? Will more dams be built, or will conservation and new technology fill the demand? And who pays for it all? Turning on the tap never seemed so daunting. It turns out that preserving California's economy and its remarkable landscape may be the biggest challenge the state will face in the decades ahead.